everyone, today will be another Roblox tutorial on how to make a Roblox game. So this tutorial is how to make a Escape Tsunami for Brainrots type Roblox game. So I will just be showing you how to make something like that. Now let's get started. First you just want to open your Roblox Studio app on your computer. Okay, then once you have opened the Roblox Studio, you can just click on, I'd recommend classic base plate, just like that. Okay, so now you are in the Roblox game. As you can see, I already added a spawn location. So what you want to do, can you see in the toolbox over here, you will see a neutral spawn. But if you do not have the toolbox, then just click on this button over here, and same with the explorer and properties. If you do not have it, just click on explorer and then properties, just like that, and then you can just add a spawn location, put it at like this end of your base plate. Then you want to make the color of the base plate your grass. So I want my grass to be this nice camo green color. So then what you want to do, you want to import a part, because you are going to make one of the player's bases. You just click on the part button right over there. You want to go scroll down on your properties tab and click on anchor so it don't move. Then click on the scale button over here. Look at my big blue mouse. And then you can just make the size of your base. Okay, once you have done that, just make a little brown base here. That's not that important. That is just there for design. But you need these two very important parts. This green part over here called money. If you want, you can make the calculate false so they can walk through it like water. And then same with this part over here. Just make sure it is anchored, and you can make it really small. And what you want to do, you see this calculate button over here. You want to make sure that it is off, so that players can walk right through it like it doesn't exist. And you want to make the transparency equal to 1, and make sure that the name is called hitbox. Then what you want to do, you can just select all of it and just do something like this. Select all of it by holding control on your keyboard and then just clicking on all of those. Then you want to right click on one of those and then click group as model, and now it is one model. You want to name that model slot 1, just like that, and you've got yourself a slot. But now what you want to do, you want to open the slot, click on the money, click on this little plus icon next to the money, and click on type in int value. Then you can just click on int value. Now you have got a int value inside of your money. What you want to do next, you want to keep it 0, but just name the value to money, AMT, abbreviation for amount. Then what you want to do, you want to press add billboard GUI. Once you add billboard GUI in the properties tab, what you want to do, you want to press always on top, light influence 0, size, make the Y 1, make the X 2. No, not 2, 2,0. Instead 5,0 would be good. Yep, that's very good. You can click on start offset world, then make the Y 1. So it's a bit more higher. Inside the billboard UI, press the plus button. Then you want to press text label. In the text label properties, just make sure that the text label is selected. You want to press background transparency, set it to 1. You want to click on size, type in 1, and now it will be full. Now what you want to do, you want to click on text scaled, and you can make the text color whatever you want. I'm going to make it white with, no, I'm going to make my text color green. and I'm going to give it a text stroke transparency, just like that. And what you want to do, you could keep it whatever you want. You could keep it neighbor, or you could just call it nil, just in case if there's an error and it will say nil. If you want to, this is optional, you can change the font. I'm going to make mine monster rat because it is just a very good font. So now what you want to do, you want to click on the text label again. You want to add a local script into the text label. So if it's not already open, you just want to double click it and it will already be open. You can remove the print hello world and just start typing what I'm typing in. What you want to type in is script dot parent dot text. Actually, no. To while wait do script dot parent dot text equals, then you could just do some text and you could do anything like $sign or £sign. I'm going to do £sign because I live in the UK. Then you want to do dot and then you want to do script dot parent dot money amount, which is this value over here, and then the value, so then dot value. So now at all times this billboard GUI text will say the amount of money. But how do we make the amount of money change? So now we are going to start doing the exciting stuff. You want to scroll down. Can you see replicated storage? What you want to do, you want to just click on replicated storage and click on the plus button next to it, and you want to click on module script. Or you can search it up if it's not there. You can rename the module script to collect money. Now in there you just want to do exactly what I do. So now you just want to type in function. Oh no, what you want to do, you want to type in function module dot collect money, just like that. And then inside of these brackets in collect money, what you want to type in is money underscore part colons base part, just like that, and click on enter and it will automatically put end there. So then what you want to do, you want to create a variable like this: local money equals money underscore part, and then you want to type in dot. So can you see this money part? So money AMT, money AMT dot value. So that will be the money. So now what you want to do, you want to make it so that when it touches, it does the collect money. So if you want, you could click on the money, you could click on sound. So just search up sound and you could just quickly add a sound, not that sound, a proper sound effect. So press money and then search sound, and you can rename the sound to be called collect sound, like this. What you want to do, you just want to click on the name collect sound, just like that. Now what you want to do, you could just search up money in the audio section of the toolbox. So then you could just click on any sound you want, just right click it, then click on copy asset ID. Once you do that, click on audio content or sound ID. Both of those are synced, so whichever you paste it into, it will be the same. Just paste it and then it will be done. And if you play it, it will play the sound that you want. So back into the module script, what you want to do is money part is money underscore pot dot collect sound colons play, just like that. And then what you want to do, before that you can just press enter. Actually no, first then you want to do that, then make money equals 0, so that when you do it the money gets reset. But then before that what you want to do is you want to get the player. So now this will be the main part. So it will be, oh no, before you do that you have to get the player who touched, because it could be anyone. So you want to just do player colons player inside of those brackets. Now what you are going to do, you're going to type in player dot leader stats dot, let's say, money dot value equals player dot leader stats. Okay, it's already there, so just type in that and then you could just make the money 0 and then it will make that. So now that is working. When you touch it, it will make money come, but the thing is you don't even have a money valuable. So what you are going to do, you are going to go into server script service over here and you are going to click on add and you are going to click on script. So now you could just rename the script to whatever you want, but this will be the data script. This will be the script that saves your data. Okay, so now you just want to copy what I type. So you are going to make a variable local players equal game get service players. Then what you are going to do, local data store equals game colons get service data store service. You can just remove that tweet. Actually, yeah. So then what you want to do is get data store, and then you can name the data store whatever you want, like Tsunami, Brainrot. It can be absolutely whatever you want. Then you want to do local marketplace service equals game colons get service marketplace service, just like that. Then you could create another variable local product functions, and then it will just be a simple array table like that. Now we are going to get into the interesting bit, the actual money. Do you remember in our collect money we made the player dot leader stats dot money? So what we are going to do in our data script, we are going to make a function local function player joined player, then press enter. You are going to make the leader stats variable. Oh, it's already there, local leader stats. Oh, there you go. That is actually very helpful. That is what you are going to want to type. So now what you are going to do, you are going to make it a bit different. You are going to make it so that the money dot value, it won't equal 0 like the AI is saying, but we are going to make it equal data store dot get async money, and then after that you want to do dot player dot user ID, just like that. But say if they don't have any data, they are playing the first time, then you can just do or 0. That will be the starting money. But if you want, you can make it something like 1000 to begin with. We can be nice to them. Then what we want to do, we want to make another function. Local function player removed, then player, just like that. You want to press enter. We are going to make the local leader stats variable again, but the thing is we already made it, so we can just do player wait for child leader stats. Then you just want to do local money equals leader stats colons wait for child money, just like that. Then you want to do another 2 steps down like this, 1 2, then data store. Oh, it's already done, so just money dot player dot user id money dot value, just like that. It's already done for us. So now this is so that it makes it save easier, because sometimes if you have really bad Wi-Fi, it might not save. So you're going to do another local function, just like that. Studio save. Nothing in the brackets this time. You could just do enter, and you could just do wait 0.7 seconds should be good. Then just go down. So now you can do the main stuff. So players dot player added colons connect player join, that's already. Oh, this entire script is already done. So that will be your data script that you want to create. So now you got the money variable. So now when you press on this, you will get the money. But we still have the same problem. How will we make the money amount go up? Well, this is where it starts to get a little bit more interesting. So in this data script, you can just close the data script now. Actually, no, we will still need the data script. What you want to do, you just want to click on it. Now, can you see all of this? Well, we are going to copy it and make a bunch of slots. Well, for now, we will just make, let's say, 6 slots. So we are going to make string values. So what you are going to do, just copy that, paste it, name it slot 1. Just what you want to do, you just want to copy it, Control C, and then Control V, Control V, Control V, Control V, Control V. But this time we won't store this information in the leader stats. This will be invisible. We are going to store it inside of the player, and it will be a string value instead, because it will be string, because it will store the brain rot that you have. So we could just copy this a few more times. Copy, that would be slot 2, slot 3, slot 4. So now you can just rename it slot 2, slot 3, slot 4. Okay, just like that. So now we got slot 1, slot 2, slot 3, slot 4. So now you just want to do the same with the money. But the thing is, remember, we're not storing it inside of the leader stats. We are storing it inside of the player. So just duplicate these two. This can stay the same. You just need to change money and money to your slot, and then this money to your slots, and this money to your slot. So just do it like this. Okay, so now your code should look something like this. Now you have got space for 4 slots. Okay, so now you can just close out of that data script, and now remember that collect money, well, it doesn't actually do anything yet. Well, it does do anything, but it won't happen because it's not being called. So now what you want to do, in this money, you want to click on the add, and you want to add a script. So now you just want to do script dot parent dot touched colons connect function, and then you could just do base part, doesn't really matter. So now we want to make the player. So First, what we are going to do, if base part dot parents colon find first child humanoid, which will make it if a character touched it. So if it is, then we will make a variable called local. So what we will do, we're going to make local player. Oh, it's already there. So then, not just that, because now we got that, you got the player, but remember that slot we were making. Now, before we finish making the script, we can get the base, and what we want to do, we want to group it as a folder and just name it unclaimed base, and then just group it as a folder again for unclaimed bases, like that. So inside of the unclaimed base, you want to add a string value, and then the string value should be the owner of the base, so that other people can't collect your money, and then you can just keep it for nothing for now. So in the script, it will have another if statement. If script dot parent dot parent dot parent dot owner dot value is equal to the player dot name, then it will do. So we are going to, at the start of the script, actually just do that, and we will get local module equals require, and then game dot replicated storage dot collect money module script. So now what we can do, we can just call module dot collect money. So the parenthesis is the money part and the player. So the money part would be script dot parent, that's the money part, comma player. So now once you touch it, it will check if you actually own the base, or else if you don't, you can't get other person's money. So if you do own the base, then it will give you the money. That sounds very good, nah? I want to eat some samosa, but that's okay. Now you can duplicate it 4 times. Just do Control D and you can just move it. So that's 2. Now that's 3. And that's 4. So now we can just rename it slot 1 to slot 2, and then slot 3 and slot 4. Okay, so now it is done. We have got all the bases here. So now what you want to do, you don't really need to do this now, but it will be better if we do it now. Go into server storage and then click on the plus button, click on folder, and this will be where all of your Brainrots will be. So just rename it to Brainrots, and we can put some Brainrots in there. So that is how, when you leave and rejoin, all of your Brainrots will be saved in there. That will be very good. At the same time, we need the Brainrot tool so that it gets placed. Brainrot tools. So now we are just going to create a Brainrot. So if you want, click on the avatar button. You can design it to actually make it look like a Brainrot, but for now I'm just going to make it a simple dig. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to go onto setup. Actually no, not setup. You want to click on this character button over here. Character, you can make it R6. I'm just going to do a normal block avatar, just like this, a normal rig. So I'm just going to name it Brainrot. So this is not the tool, but as you can see, it's just the normal Brainrot. What you could do, you could just make the humanoid, so you don't really have to put any values or tallies or anything into here actually, but you do need to put one value, and it will be an object value. I spelled it wrong. Whoa, object value. So this will be linked to the tool. So right now we don't have to set it into anything. So we could just make it anything. We could make it give you 1 second. So just click on viewer display name brain rot. It will do £1 a second. No, not £11 a second. £1 a second. Okay, so now we know it gives £1 a second, but not yet. So we can just delete the body colors and we can make it anchored. So just click on the anchor button. So now it won't move. So we could just put that anywhere for now. Inside of humanoid root part, you can add a proximity prompt. Actually, no, the humanoid root part is invisible. You won't be able to see it. Do it inside of torso. You could do it in anywhere. It doesn't really matter. Action text, you could do pick up. So that is how you will pick it up. And then the object text, it could just be anything. Brainrot. Maybe you can hold it for 1 second to pick it up. So now what you want to do, we can create the tool. So what I'm going to do to create the tool, I just want to duplicate the brain rot. Because you see this brain rot has a humanoid, it is like a character. We can delete all of this stuff. Everything in the face, in the head. We don't need any of it. Except for the head. If you want to, you can just make it a bit like this so it looks more realistic. So now what we can do, we can also delete the humanoid root part. We want to union it. So we want to go into model, or you could just left click and click on union. So now it is like one whole part. So can you see it's still the brain rot? Can you still see, is it the brain rot model? You can just ungroup it so it's not there anymore. What you want to do, you want to name it handle. Oops, you want to name it handle. I can't spell, I'm so sorry. So now you want to scroll down. You want to make sure that it's not anchored because it will be a tool that you move around. So now what you want to do, inside of workspace, you just want to add a tool like that. Once you do that, you want to rename the tool to Brainrot. And can you see the handle over here? So what you want to do, you want to click on parent and just click on the Brainrot, so the handle goes into the Brainrot tool. Or if you want, you can just drag it into the Brainrot like the file explorer. And then can you see touch interest? We don't really need that because we are going to put it inside of server storage. So remember, in the brain rot we made an object value tool. We just want to click on value and then click on the brain rot tool, and inside of the brain rot tool we are going to make a integer value, and that will be called AMT, how much it will give you a second, and you want to click on number 1. So now it is like that. It is number 1. So now what you want to do, you don't really have to do anything now, but you want to add a local script. So before we put anything in the local script, remember all of these. Well, what we are going to do, we are going to make it so a proximity prompt comes. Do you remember this hitbox part? So what we are going to want to do, we are going to want to add another proximity prompt into each of the slots hitbox. So now what we are going to do is make it called place brain rot. Okay, that's good. So we can just make the object text, we don't really need object text, make the hold duration 1. So now that's very good, and go back into the tool, just click on it, and remember this local script I made, never mind, you can actually delete it. Ha ha ha, I'm trolling you guys. Okay, so now that is done, what you are going to do, the Brainrot tool and the Brainrot model, you could just put them in the main place. So this Brainrot model over here, you just want to put it into the Brainrots folder, and the Brainrot tool, you just want to place it into the Brainrot tools folder. So now inside of replicated storage, we are going to make another module script. So inside of this, you can make it called place Brainrot. So now what you are going to want to do, you just want to do that, and we are going to make another function. Do function module dot place Brainrot, and then it will be the tool. We could just do colons tool and then the player, like that. So now what we are going to want to do, so basically already the tool is inside of that hand. So what we are going to want to do is, never mind, you also want to add a hitbox base part, so your function should be looking something like this. Feel free to pause the video if it doesn't already. So now what you are going to want to do, the tool, we are going to do tool dot handle dot parent will be equal to hitbox dot parent, which is actually the slot. So now what you are going to do, you're going to want to make the handle, actually no, first of all we are going to make, what you want to do, you just want to go another line. So tool dot handle dot name equals Brainrot, and then it's a tool dot handle tool dot Brainrot dot parent will be the hitbox parent, which will be the slot. Then we can just do tool colons destroy, because we won't be needing it anymore. Now I nearly forgot one very important thing. Make sure this is the very first line. Player, no, not player dot leader, that's player dot. So you want to type in player and then in brackets, because remember inside of the play we got slot 1, slot 2, slot 3, slot 4. So what you want to do in the place Brainrot, so player hitbox dot parent dot name. So the hitbox dot parent dot name, like slot 1, so it could be player dot slot 1 or slot 2, it could be anything, dot value will be equal to tool dot handle dot name, and then the tool handle's name will change the Brainrot, and then it won't be in the tool anymore, and then the single Brainrot tool will be destroyed. Motherfucker, it works. Come on. Okay, so back outside of the script, inside of the proximity prompt we made, we want to create a script. So inside of that script, we will do script dot parent dot triggered colons connect function. So we will get the player who triggered. Oh, all capitals. You don't have to do it. So then what you want to do, you are going to do if player dot name is equal to script dot parent dot parent dot parent dot parent dot owner dot value, then it will check if player dot backpack colons. Never mind, what you are going to do, is for I comma tool in player dot character colons get children to. So now we are going to do the if statement. If tool is a tool, then what we are going to do, we are just going to do, the module script. So local module equals require game dot replicated storage dot place brainrot module dot place brainrot. So the tool, and then what else, the hitbox, which would be script dot parent, that's the hitbox, and then the player. So then it would just make it go in there. So before we test it out inside of the Brainrot, remember that proximity prompt we added. Well, when you do it, it doesn't actually give you the tool. So let's just make it do that. So add a script inside of the proximity prompt, and let's just do this. So script dot parent dot triggered colons connect function player, just like that. So then local tool equals script dot parent dot parent dot parent dot tool dot value colons clone. Tool dot parent equals the player dot backpack. Then the script dot parent dot parent dot parent colons destroy. So now it should work. So we will just quickly duplicate it and just put it into the workspace. And just for testing, since we haven't made the base system yet, you would click on owner value and just make it your username before we make the actual slot system. Now let's test it out. But before we do that, if you haven't already, you want to click on save to Roblox. Just call it whatever you want, untitled experience. You can name it Escape Tsunami for Brainrots or something. I'm just going to name it Tutorial Tsunami and save. Okay, so once it's saved, it will be on Roblox. What you want to do, you want to go into the game settings. Where is the game settings? Don't worry, I found it. They changed it to experience settings. Okay, so now what you want to do, you just want to make it so allow HTTP request. You don't really need that, but the main thing is enable Studio to access API services like the data stores. So that, because normally in Roblox Studio, if that's not enabled, when you test the game on the actual Roblox, your data will save. But if you play it on Studio, it won't save. But if that is ticked, then your data will be synced. So now you just want to click on that blue play button and test the game. Over here in the game. Look. So currently it says nil. Okay, actually before we need to test the game, I just need to fix a few patches, because remember inside of the text label, can you see a difference? I told you to add a local script, but instead just copy all of your code from the local script, delete it and add a normal server-sided script like this, and then just paste the code. Secondly, in our data script, it actually said data dot get async, but it needs to be data store colons get async, not data store dot get async. And thirdly, let's just fix this together. Inside of place Brainrot, we had forgotten to do one thing. So before we put the parent, what we needed to do was tool dot brainrot dot addCut equals true, tool dot brainrot dot cframe equals hitbox dot cframe, and just to make sure it faces the right way, I'm just going to make it to show the orientation indicator, and it is already facing forward, which is good. So now it should work. Now let's play test the game. Look, now it says £0. Before it just said nil. So we pick up the brain rot and it works. It is in our inventory and we equip it. It is in our hand. Now we just place the brain rot. Oh, it looks like there is a bit of an error. Oh, look, it played the noise. But it looks like there's a bit of an error. The C frame isn't really changing. So let's go into script. Where's the output? And let's see what it is. Or it just keeps on saying receive message, receive message. Oh, I know why. That is very silly of me. Oopsie daisy, I just did a little mistaking. What we needed to do, we needed to put it after it was in that. See, so simple. Now if we test it, it should work. But before we do that, I didn't forget about this, but it would be better if we did it last. So in this body script, we would to put another script. But instead, this will be money maker. And can you see this enabled button right here? We just want to disable it for now. And you just want to copy this. While wait 1 do, then what you want to do is local amt equals script dot parent colons wait for child brain rot. Remember that brain rot? Well, do you remember inside of the tool it had it? Well, let's just do a little switchy in the brain rot tools. You want to move the amount into the handle instead. So now brain rot dot amt dot value. So that's how much money you will be getting. So now what you want to do is, oh, it's already there. So now you just want to make it like this, but currently it is disabled. It won't work. In the place brain rot script, you are going to want to do hitbox, which is this dot parent. No, hitbox dot parent dot money maker equals true, just like that. So now when you do it, you should start to earn money. Now let's test the game. It should start to work now, and then in part 2 we can add the actual tsunami. We pick it up, the brain rot. Oh dear, it's still not working. Let's see what the error is inside of the output. Brain rot is not a valid member of tool. Let's see what the error is. Okay, I'm knowing the error. Inside of place brain rot, I also thought this would be a little bit weird. But what we are going to do, we are going to make a variable of the handle. Local handle equals tool dot handle. So now what we can do, we can just switch everything to be handle instead of tool dot handle. Oh, okay. So ding, I am back. So what I am going to be doing, so after we did that, inside of collect money, remember this money. Well, before we do that, we just not really resetting, I don't really think it is resetting. Or if worst case scenario, That doesn't work. Now I'm going to see if it works now. Let's test the game. Okay, I just tested it. So before you test it, just make sure that the money part dot money amount dot value equals 0, and then also in data we've got another error. Remember the set aside value. So well, guess what? It is also a dot again. So just fix all of these to be colons, just like that. Just like that. Okay, so now once you have fixed both of that, it should start to work. Now let's test the game together. Oh, let's do it. Oh look, the money saved because of the set is in. Oh, we collected the brain rot. Oh, it got placed. Oh, the money is going up. Letting go. So now that is the first achievement of our game. So did you see how that worked? Well, now the real test. Remember that when you make it, it should save, because slot 1, if we replay the game, it should still be there. Oh, it's not there. I'm so silly. We haven't coded that bit yet. But the main thing, if you go into slot 1, has it saved? Oh, it has saved, but it has been saved as handle. So we need to make it the tool parent. So let's fix that together, shall we? At least we know that the slot 1 saved, so that when we do make the slot system, it will appear. So let's just do that, shall we? Come on. So going to placing brainrot, this script over here is the tool.handle.name. You just want to do it the tool name. That was very silly of me, nah? Now we can just duplicate this again. I deleted it because I needed to add some stuff. So I just had to, do a little something, removing, So now I'm just going to change the name. Now, for the besting bit, we are going to make it so that when the players join, it will save. Add a new script into service script service and call it little something base system. This will be really good. So now, I can't wait for this. You just need to copy the code that I'm going to be writing. Let me just think this through a little bit. Okay, I think I'm done thinking. Game dot players dot player added colons connect function player. So now, oh look at that. So we are going to do local basis equals game dot workspace dot unfinished basis, no, unclaimed basis colons get children. Local random base equals, oh, there we go, it's already done. So then local chosen base equals random base. My bad, so sorry, I made a mistake. Just change your line that says local random base to look something like this. Math.random1, hashtag basis, then chosen base equals basis random base. So now what we are going to do, we're going to make chosen base dot parent equal game dot workspace. Then chosen base dot name will be equal to base. Actually no, just do it like this, and then what we are going to be doing, we are going to make it to player dot name dot base, just like that. So then what we are going to do, we are going to make it so that the owner value, remember we had a value in the unclaimed base owner, you can just make it nothing now, because in the script when you join it will be set to you. So chosen base dot owner dot value will be equal to player dot name, just like this. So now we are going to make it so that it will load. So we are just going to do wait 0.1 second. Local leader stats equal no local slot 1 equals player dot slot 1 dot value, and just do that for the rest of the slots like that. So now what we are going to be doing, oh look, it's already like that. So if slot 1 is not equal to nothing, because if you first join the game, then what we are going to do, oh look, it is already doing it. So local, so the part will be okay. So we are going to do local tool will be equal to game dot server storage dot remember the Brainrot tools. So just do colons find first child slot 1 colons clone. Wait, is it colons clone? Just go back. Place Brainrot. It is. Yeah. It's not cool. So yeah, just keep it like that. Then what you're going to do, just go back. We are going to get the model like we always do. Local model equals require game dot replicated storage dot place Brainrot. And then we are going to do module dot place Brainrot, the tool, the hitbox, which will be the hitbox will be the, oh I remember now, chosen base dot the chosen base dot slot 1 dot hitbox, and then the player. So let's just make sure that it is already player. Okay, it is all good. Okay, yes, let's go. So now when you join the game, if you have any data in slot 1, it will be loaded. Let's test the game out. And remember, we saw the string value. It was done. But because it said handle, if our coding is correct, not connect, there should be an error saying handle isn't inside of, it should say that there is no handle. Slot 1 is not a valid member of players. Diraj 4961. Oh, what do you call dissing better? That is why you need to put a little. So what we are just going to be doing, just stop the game. Okay, back into the base system. So what is it? Slot 1. Yeah, remember this wait script, and in the collect, in the data, can you see it like just creates everything? We are just going to do a little bit of wait. We are just going to do like wait 2 seconds. Okay, now let's play test the game, and it should be working. And if that is done, then it should say that handle is not valid member. Slot 2. Oh, now it's saying slot 2 is not a valid member. Well, what are you calling this? I think I know what is going on. Pause, stop the game. We might have to do a little bit of sinky dinky. So, now we are going to be doing this. Instead, what we are going to be doing, we are going to make it to wait for child. So, just do player colons wait for child slot 1 dot value. So now let's just update it for all of that. Okay, so now that's done. If we play test the game, if our code is connect, it should say that handle not valid member of server storage. Does it say handle is not valid member? Oh, but instead it gives us some good information over here. Let's use that information to see whating the error is. Whating the error, local tool, Brainrot tools. Oh, that is technically true because my data is kind of incorrect. So, how to fix it? If we play test a game, it is synchron nil because handle isn't a thing. So we are going to what to go into. So now we are in the server. So now whatever we change will be for the server. So we just change slot 1, do a little bit of this, a little bit of that, little bit of that, stop the game. So now if I rejoin, that error should be gone. Play test the game. Wow, now what did I say? Look, if you ask me, it looks like it's working very good. It's saved because remember from before. Wow. And my money also looks like it is saving very good. You see these errors, this is just from one of my custom plugins. So yeah, that is working. And if we just pick it up, we can just do the same for the rest of the slots. So now if I go player slot 1 Brainrot, slot 2 Brainrot, and then it will save. So you could do that with anything. So now you can make your own Brainrots and stuff now. So that's very good. So now let's make it so that the tsunami come and you can do stuff. Okay, I'm just going to create a few custom Brainrots now. So after I do that, I will just quickly show you how to make your own custom Brainrots. So you just want to duplicate everything like that, that. So now if you want to create your own custom Brainrot, what you can just do, you can name it anything you want. I'm going to name this Brainrot DD. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to click on avatar, character, or6, my avatar, just like that. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to paste the body colors, all the accessories into the rig TD. So now it is all there, and if you want, you could also add the face. But it is optional. But if you want the face to be the same, you can also make the face be the same just by doing this. Paste it. So now that's like that. So you can change it so that the display says DD. Let's make it give you 1 million a second. That will be a lot of money, huh? And then the tool, what you want to do, you just move the amount into there, just name it DD, the tool. You want to separate it because currently it is union, and you could just make it the same color. Let me just quickly change the colors of everything. Oh wow, just creating wonderful masterpiece like this looks so good. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh my god, bro, this is like a nearly the exact same thing, isn't it? Oh, look, it's literally just the same thing. I literally just took 3 minutes to build this. It looks so beautiful. Woo! So just do that again. Just make sure that it is not anchored already. And remember that tool object value, just to make the value the tool, not brain rot. Okay, so now you just made your own brain rot. So we could just put this back into brain rot tools. We could just duplicate that, put it back into our brain rots, and now we can play test the game and see if it is working. Okay, now you just want to get this, and you can now pick it up, and then you get the DD. Wow, this looks exactly like King B. It even has the sword on the back. Like, wow, literally the same thing. And the purple highlights. I placed the brain rot. I might be getting 1 million a second. Oh no, remember I forgot to do something. This is what I forgot to do. Inside of the DD tool, the amount needs to go inside of the handle. Remember, it's meant to be 1 million. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, now it will work. Just kind of like just do a little publishing. So now we can just test the game. Should be working. Oh, very good, very good. Now we just pick up the DD brain rot. Oh, I'll just place the brain rot there. Whoa, I'm like getting a million a second. Wow, I'm getting like a million a second. Well, at least we know that our custom brain rot is working. But before we do that, not all of the slots save. So now we can just make all of the slots save. So all we have to do, just have to copy this another 3 times, slot 2, slot 3, slot 4, and change it. Just liking this. So now when you test the game, all of your slots will be saving. Oh, look, can you see? My DT brain rot is already here. Oh! And I could just place more. Well, now we could start working on the actual tsunami. Well, let's just wait a minute. Before we do that, when they leave, their brain rot's still going to be there. It will just be wasted base. Go into the base system, do this, and type in this game dot players dot player removing colons connect function player. So now what we are going to do, we are going to get the chosen base. So local chosen base equals game dot workspace colons find first child player dot name dot base. So that will be their base. So the chosen base dot name will be equal back to the unclaimed base, just how it originally was, and the parent will be that. Oh yes, AI is doing all of it for me. Yep. And then all of the money makers will be false. So now let's just make all of the slot money makers be equal to false, just like that. Can you see? So just do this because AI got it a bit wrong, but that is okay. Slot 1 dot moneymaker. We will want to do it for the rest of the slots, just liking that. And now the brain rots are still inside of the base. So what could we do? So what we are going to want to do is, if chosen base dot slot 1 colons find first child, then you want to type in brain rot. Brain rot, then we want to destroy it. So now just copy and paste that for the rest of the slots. Very good. So now when somebody leaves the game, then now they will be room for another person to join. But if before we duplicate all of the bases, we can do something. We can make it so that other players know whose base it is. So let's just add a part and we will name it hitbox, just like this. You make the size 1, make sure that it is anchored and you can't collide with it, but it will be kind of high in the sky anyways, so just put it in the middle, not sort of middle, but you know, like in the sky. You want to add billboard GUI and you want to make the text really big. So what you are going to want to do, you can make it always on top. The max distance could be, I'd say, 1,000 before it disappears. That would be 1,000. Actually no, let's make it 400, so that's where it would disappear. And let's just make so that the size is, yeah, we could keep the size to be like that. You want to add text label. You want to make sure that it fits the entire screen. Make sure that the background transparency is 1. Make sure that fits the entire screen. Make sure that the text is scaled. You can make the text color white. If you want, you can give it a little outline like that. And this is optional. You don't really have to do this, but you can make the font Monster Rat or any other font you want and just make it bold. And then just make sure that the text says unclaimed for now. And then we can just easily go to our base system, and you know where the part where it says the owner.value, we are just going to do the same chosen base dot hit box dot billboard GUI dot text label dot text equals the player dot name. Make sure that the text is capital or else it won't work. Then just copy that, go back down, and then just make the text say unclaimed. And let's just move the hitbox into the unclaimed base. Oh, ding a ding a ding. So now we could just duplicate it as much as we want to. Just sting like that. We can just move it a bit that way. There we go. So now we've got a bunch of unclaimed bases. So make sure you like and subscribe for part 2. Bye bye. Ding ding.